Download this code and get free GPT-4o from codegive.com, link in the description below. Cloning a graph is a common problem in computer science, especially in scenarios where you want to create a deep copy of an existing graph structure. A graph can be represented using nodes where each node may have multiple edges connecting it to other nodes. In Java, a graph can be implemented using an adjacency list or an adjacency matrix. For this tutorial, we'll use an adjacency list representation. Step-by-step tutorial on cloning a graph in Java. Step 1, define the graph structure. First, we need to define a class for the graph node. Each node will contain a value and a list of its neighbors, adjacent nodes. Step 2, create the clone function. Next, we will implement the function to clone the graph. We'll use a hashmap to keep track of the original nodes and their corresponding clones. This will help us avoid infinite loops in case of cycles in the graph. Step 3, testing the clone function. Now that we have our clone graph function implemented, let's test it with a simple graph. Explanation of the code. One node class represents a node in the graph with an integer value and a list of neighbors. 2 graph clone class contains the method to clone the graph. Clone graph, node, the entry point for cloning. It initializes a hash map to keep track of visited nodes. Clone, node, map node visited, a recursive helper method that performs the actual cloning. 3 graph clone test class demonstrates how to create a simple graph and clone it. Conclusion. In this tutorial, we defined a simple graph structure in Java and implemented a method to clone it. This approach uses recursion and a hash map to maintain the relationship between original nodes and cloned nodes, ensuring that we can handle graphs with cycles. You can expand this code further by adding more functionalities or using different data structures based on your needs.